It's your boy Lazy Lightsaber back at it again for another one here, folks. And if you've been on the internet, it's everywhere. Zelda is back in the air. It's back on the front pages of every single gaming news outlet because a Nintendo Direct just happened. If you've been on my channel, if you follow me, if you're subscribed to me, you already know that. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now with the notification buttons because you missed out. You missed out, and that way you don't miss out again. But we're going to discuss Zelda. Two things that I want to discuss about Zelda is Skyward Sword worth 60 bucks? Why and why not? So, for those of you who've been living under a rock, let's go ahead and start off with the first bit of news that happened at this Nintendo Direct is Skyward Sword is being remade for the Nintendo Switch in the HD version. So that's happening, and it's gonna cost you $59.99. That's the price of the remade Skyward Sword version of Zelda. And the next thing is the expansion pass for Age of Calamity is coming, and that is gonna be $19.99. So the big deal with this is a lot of people who have had this game on previous consoles are upset that they're gonna pay $59.99 for this game, and they're not having it. They have critiques about the emotion controls. They think the game just looked bad on the old console, and it wasn't right, and they're not gonna pay that. Well, if you have that console and you've played this game, then great. You don't really have to rebuy it. Unless you're a huge Zelda fan and you need to have every single game that ever came out, even if it's a remake, then you're gonna go ahead and buy it. But I think the majority of people missed out on this game. I missed out on this game. So to me, it's actually gonna be a new franchise because I've never played it. So for me, this is a new experience coming. And yes, it's an old game, but since I missed out on that game, because I went from GameCube to Switch, because I left Nintendo for a while there, to me, it's brand new. So I'm definitely gonna buy it. I've already pre-ordered it, but there is a small voice right here on this shoulder that's saying, you're paying too much. And the one on this shoulder is saying, get it. And I understand. It is a remake. It is an old game. So from that aspect, I completely understand this side saying, you got ripped off $59.99. Are you kidding me? Pre-order? But then from this side, it's a Zelda game on Switch. Buy it because it's going to be awesome, even though I don't know, it could suck. The art style that this game has is not one that I enjoy or like. I actually would prefer a cel-shaded or a Wind Waker type or a Twilight Princess remake, but we got Skyward Sword, for better or for worse. Now to discuss, is it worth it? I think it is worth it for the subset of people that this is going to be their first time playing this game, because it's going to be a new Zelda experience for you, and it's kind of going to hold you down until Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. And it's a Zelda game on the Switch, which could turn out to be good, could turn out to be great, could turn out to be fun, and it's being remade in HD, so it's looking a lot better than it did before on the previous console. So there are some pluses to this. If you are a Zelda fanatic and you must have every single Zelda game ever made, then there's a case for that too. This game would be great for you, as you would have it. Now for the people that have played this game already and beat this game on a previous console, I would advise those people to stay away from this. Don't buy it. It's not for you. You've already been there. You may already own this game on the Wii. So for you, this is something that is not needed. It's just something else that you have to go out and shell 60 bucks for. And you're going to get home and you've already beaten it. You already know the story. You already have it. So it's not worth rebuying, even though it's in HD. But if you feel like, hey, this game was the shit when it came out and you love it and you just want to rebuy it, then great, go ahead and get it. It just depends on where you're at if you believe that the game is worth the price tag, because it's not going to go down. And if they do come out with a Wind Waker on the Switch or a Twilight Princess, they're not going to be in a pack. They're going to be singles, and they're going to come out 60 bucks each. That's what's happening. That is the Nintendo tax. If you want a port of any kind, Wii or Wii U, coming to the Switch, you're gonna pay full price. That goes for Mario Kart. That goes for any other game that they've brought over. You're gonna pay full price. Kirby Star Allies, you're gonna pay full price. It doesn't matter, because that's what they do. It's kind of anti-consumer from that standpoint. Like, they could have sold this for 40 bucks and made a killing. More people would have bought it, because they're like, oh, even if you're on the fence about it, you're gonna go ahead and be like, all right, 40 bucks, let's go. 60 now. If there was a different game that you were looking at, you might go for that game instead of Skyward Sword. So I think each camp, the Cost Too Much camp or the I Love Zelda camp and the Cost Too Much camp, I think they both have valid reasons, and it just depends on how you look at it and what you want out of this game. Moving on to the next one, the expansion pass, $19.99. We covered what this pass comes with on my previous video. I will link that video up above here in the cards, so make sure you click on it so you can see what you're missing out on. But it basically gives you new characters, new weapons, and new levels that you can use for $19.99. Is it worth it? You technically got the full story out of this game, Age of Calamity. You already know what happens, so how much more can they really squeeze out of you? I'm giving them $19.99. I like that game. A lot of people didn't like it. It got a lot of hype at first, and then it kind of faded away. A lot of people didn't give it a chance because it was a Warriors game, and you could just kind of hack it and stash it. I actually liked it. I like that game, and I want to see what extra levels and what kind of extra content the expansion pass will give you. Now, I'm close to the end. I'm not all the way at the end. I haven't beat the game fully yet, but I am very close to finishing this game up. So by the time the expansion pass comes out sometime in May, I will have defeated the entire gameplay. So, you know, I will know kind of what I went through and then what to expect and what kind of characters they're going to introduce in the expansion pack. So that's exciting. We're gonna see how that goes, and I'm gonna buy it, and I think I may regret this purchase, but we'll see. Now, should you buy it? Should you buy the expansion pass? Do you think it's enough for $19.99? Well, the game itself costs $60 at like Target, $50 at Walmart. I think Walmart sells it the cheapest. Walmart, man, don't sleep on Walmart. They actually come out brand new games for 50 bucks. So if you want a $10 discount, do not skip out on Walmart. I know it's frustrating to go in there and have the guy find a guy in that section and then go to the game case, say, I want this one. He has to bust out the key, and trying to find a person just to get that is a task at Walmart. But if you find a good Walmart in your area that there's usually people there and they're attentive, go ahead and do it and get the game from there, because it will cost you $10 less, unless you want to buy it from GameStop because they're giving out like a cup with it or a poster. But is the poster really worth 10 bucks? I mean, unless you're a super fan that needs the poster up there on the wall, maybe. But for me, I'd rather save my $10 and get the game. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This is not something that you're going to need to buy at the store. It's going to be an online purchase on the eShop for the expansion pass. $19.99. I will be doing it. I may regret it. Tell me in the comments below what you think, and if you're willing to pay the 20 bucks that this expansion pass is going to cost. Well, to close out this video, guys, I pretty much went through the pros and cons of this game coming out, Skyward Sword, and the expansion pass that I'm gonna buy as well. And don't forget those sweet ass Joy-Cons, bro. Joy-Con, sword, shield, they're gonna go on my Switch. I'm definitely buying those. Like, I would not buy the game, but buy those Joy-Cons. Those Joy-Cons are coming home. I can't find them anywhere. They're sold out on Best Buy. They're sold out at GameStop. I'm kind of upset I didn't pull the trigger when I had the chance. But as soon as I can come up on one, I'm going to the store tomorrow and see if they have it there where I could just purchase it on the spot and then save my own Joy-Con. That'll be awesome. But if I don't, then I'll just have to wait till one of these online stores comes back with one and I can purchase it. Or maybe if I don't get a chance to pre-order, try to make it to the store as soon as possible on July 16th. Be the first one in line just to get me these Joy-Cons because they are freaking amazing. And if you're not digging these, there's something wrong with you. But what can I say? We're Zelda fans here on the Lazy Lightsaber channel. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on these awesome videos where we discuss Zelda, Nintendo Switch, Mario, and anything that has to do with Nintendo, period. We're discussing Xbox, PlayStation as well. If something happens, we'll talk about it. But this is mainly a Switch channel, but it doesn't matter. We do gaming all over. Don't forget to comment below where we talk about absolutely everything. Don't be shy. Hit me up in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're digging this video. May the force be with you. Lazy is out. With